Friday then, Sunday, what? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith, reincarnated, here on a Friday then, Saturday, Sunday, what? Everybody knows that jingle jangle. What is that noise? That's the sound of the rain. Just kidding, that was a song. That is the sound of the song that we do on our work days. What are our work days? Friday, then, what do we do on Fridays? We face towers. Have you had a tower yet? I got one first thing in the morning. It was great. In order to know that whole story and how to deal with it, you're going to have to log on to my Patreon. I specialize in reprogramming of the mind and dealing with emotions. So today's episode will be about how to handle yourself in a moment of redirection, which is, what do you do when you've lost control, when things aren't going your way, and now there's nowhere to go, nowhere to run to. So that happened to me earlier. Something didn't go my way, and it blew me into a whole tower, and we're going to talk about that in my Patreon, and we're going to pull some cards, we're going to get into some deep teachings, I'm going to pull out some, I'm also going to teach you some moon magic to work with. But as of today is our changeover in the 10-day forecast. Technically, it was yesterday according to the map, but I can tell you, based on the energy, when I know it hits. And it did actually kind of hit yesterday, but I wasn't guided till today, so today is the day. What's the 10-day energy? It means 3 layers of reality reflect for 10 days straight. The energy is ever shifting, but we've got to hold on 3 realities that reflect into our reality for 10 days straight. Gives us a 10-day forecast, where normally we have to do this quite daily to understand what's going on, because the energies are very fluid. Alright, so in order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page and any videos leading up to this, because those testimonies always get poured into these videos. Let's get on with it. Where are we at? 24. Harvesting and rewards. For the next 10 days, we'll be harvesting of rewards. Well, let's talk about it. You reap what you sow. Now this is your harvest. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, 29, 24. All right, his name is Akwi, and the translation is the 2 spirits, or the 2 souls, is the deacon group, and the mineral is gold. All right, harvesting of rewards. The blessings inherent in this card may be either material or spiritual, but in either case, they are entirely good and will be collected by you in due time. The Akwi card symbolizes getting what you want, but only because of the work you have done to obtain it. These aren't so much divine blessings or pennies from heaven, but instead indicate receiving due reward for your efforts. You got what's coming to you, is what that says. I know a lot of you are very upset about hearing this, because you know I'm working hard and I have a lot coming to me. What? Prosperity and abundance and all this great shit. Where does it come from? It's from the work I did. All those years of crying, all those years of trying, all those years of being guided. Now we'll be into a story that will be worth, you know what I mean, that's priceless. And I'm getting really close to it. I can't believe how close I'm getting to putting the timeline together. Let's see here. History. Akwi is one of the most powerful and important deacons. Egyptian religious thought divided humans into 3 parts: Ba, a mobile manifestation; Ka, a physical manifestation; and Aka, the quality of the mind, or literally the spirit. To retain their Aka spirit, Akwi, actually it should be Akwi spirit, or Ak spirit, after death, and have it ascend to the stars. Was the overall goal of the Egyptians, royals or not. And that's where I am. I tell you that all the time. I'm going to be placed back in the stars. No more. For this reason, 2 soul deacon groups, which consist of the 2 souls and the 2 souls, is strongly connected to your divine inner nature. On page 117, and that's what made me rush to get on this. It was 117 when I started this. Here we go again with this shit. Alright. The Deacon Week in the Egyptian calendar is centered around harvest, and especially the harvest festival of Renuet the goddess of fertility. The seeds that were sown in the time of the 4th deacon have started to grow and will soon be ready for harvest. That means whatever we was fucking with, you know what I mean? Shit. I don't know, if this is the 24th, that would have been, 100 days ago. Whatever we did 100 days ago is starting to grow now. Can I tell you what we did? Yeah, I could read back in my books and tell you what we did. And that's what's about to pop. Spell 443 from the coffin text in the Middle Kingdom. Nobleman Mesethi celebrates Akwi, proclaiming, I am this unique I don't know. I don't know how to break it down. Spirit. There is nothing I do not know in heaven, on earth, or in water. There is nothing I do not know about happy and Thoth, because I am the god of the morning. This marks the earliest association of Akwi and with the planet Venus, the morning star. Nearly 1,700 years later, the Egyptian astronomer Hebi was described as purifying himself in the days when Akwi rose helically beside Venus. I saw her last night. I said, welcome back. And the Venus retrograde is over tonight, and you should be able to see her. I mean, it's not like you can't see her if you know where to look. And the full moon in Libra is, you know what I mean, associated with Venus. So I just want to show you how it all aligns. It's like, how did you know that? I don't. I just follow the signs, guys. Come on. Let's see. So just showing you that this is, you know, it's just showing you that the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that this aligns with Venus. Mesethi's coffin contains many references to both Akwi Deacon and the Aka spirit, and especially prominent spells offer Akwi and other several deacons gifts of beer, bread, small livestock, and poultry. That's what I have to do tonight. I already saw it. I'll be doing my full moon ceremonies over at Cherry Creek, which I've never done down to, you know what I mean, over here. So I'll be doing those, and I'll be bringing offerings. I already saw that I'd be bringing salmon for the birds, everything. I have to bring all kinds of stuff. And then beer, I don't usually carry beer, but I do have some wine coolers in my car that I can, you know, offer up. The ritual work, these may be used as offerings to the deacons you are trying to invoke. And that's it. I'll post that later on in my page, what I do as my offerings. It's already super hot. I had planned to go out and make a day of it. You can't get in the water yet. They won't let you get in the water, but fuck you. Watch me do it. In the sense of you can't fully get in the water, but it's 80 degrees. So I was guided to put on, you know, go out in the sun. But it's also nearly summer, so the day will be 80 degrees far into like 6 o'clock. So I'm probably not going to head out there till about 6 or 7 and catch the last of the sun when it's really killer, because fuck. And that's when I'll do that and start a fire and do all my herbs and stuff. We might cook something, I'm not sure. I mean, might as well if we're going to, you know, I don't know. Or we'll bring some food, but I definitely always make my offerings. And then I'm also going to teach, you know, for those that don't know, how to draw down the moon tonight. You'll need a small mirror. And that's why I'm using this one. This is going to be a full moon of love. I want that one. Each of my mirrors that I draw down, and I keep certain energies, and same with the waters. You use them for different things. If I was to do a love spell or, you know, working with the case of love, I would be using that. Again, log on to my Patreon to see what's up. Let's see. For detailed information how to do such things, you'll have to buy these, be a full understander, and do the ceremony on page 21. Alright, so we have harvestings and rewards. I'll just leave that up there so we can have a full spectrum of what the cards say. Let's move on to our Odin. Odin in the 9 realms align with the Egyptians. Go figure. But we're not going into Odin, I guess. I grabbed the Krishna energy, Vishnu, whatever. That would be those guys. Oh, you see my flowers? I got those yesterday. And then I got these beautiful ones that are in the car that make the car smell so beautiful. So beautiful. Anyways, and those were from Kenya. I have roses from Kenya. Will I get rid of them? Absolutely not. I'm being guided to actually take them with me tomorrow. I'm supposed to go up to the hot springs and do a baptism in the hot springs, which is be reborn. I have to confirm all of that, though. Make sure we get that's all still on and cracking. All of my cards are mixed up because we were learning about the planets and stuff. I'm waiting to find one that feels right. That feels right. We have Yamuna Devi, goddess of purification. Well, that sounds about right before Easter's. O Yamuna, O daughter of the sun, you are the object of Krishna's love, the sunshine of eternal conscious and bliss. Your body is flowing liquid from Brahma. You wash away the world's sin and bring it auspicious. Please purify us. Again, I told you I'm going to get a baptism in the waters. These are sacred healing waters inside of the mountains. They're actually those hot springs. So they're sulfured waters. It's water from the earth, dude. And I think they put a little bit of chlorine in it to, clean it all up. And that's cool, too. I'm going to try to take some. I'm going to take a little vial of it. Why? Because, are you serious? What the fuck else am I paying $35? Just kidding. Self-purification, joy of divine playfulness, absorption in spiritual truth, attainment to God's personal form. Ooh, good form. That's what we are. He had to purify his body and stuff before they put him, Good Friday and all of that stuff. It's all coming. Not this weekend, next weekend. We have a week to prepare for it, you know what I mean? In essence, how long did he hang on the cross for before he died? Think about what he was doing. And it's not even true. I just want to point this out. I told you this already. They be making up the shit. Easter always falls after the full moon of the spring equinox. When's the full moon? This weekend. When's Easter? Next weekend. On 4/20, dude. What the fuck? I shared a thing in my picture. It was April 10th a couple years ago. Well, like 4 or 5 years ago. That's just how it works. It's not really on a date. It was after the full moon. That's how they placed it. Same with Christmas, too. You're like, no way. Yes way. Are the moon important? Yeah, it's very important. They use it all over the world. It's very important. Alright, now let's get on to Odin. That was our last card. We were in the sun energy. That was confirmed by all our light codes. So as much as I thought I was going to fully break off from here, we're not. I'm just going to do all my, intense work, over there. But I'll keep you guys, fed, I guess, is what God said. Keep them fed. What do we got, Odin? We had this before. What's on top? Should we see what's on top? Midgard again. We're all in reality. I've pulled this 3 weeks in a row. We're in reality. Pentacles. Let's talk about Tywez. What does that mean? I don't know. I think I remembered it, but only when I read it. I can tell you it's a rune. Does that count for anything? It's a rune. It's the name of a letter system. Like we call our letter system alphabets. They call it runes. Same with sigils, or other shit they call it. Hold on, I'm gonna find this bitch. Tywaz. Unless it's a place. No, there it is. Spiritual warrior, sacrifice, justice. Tywaz, or Tiwaz, who knows, represents war, justice, and law. If you've drawn this card, you may need to deal with matters of law and remain unattached to the outcome. Tywaz indicates that this is a time to pick up your sword and cut away the obstacles that are blocking your path. All spiritual warriors understand that sometimes you can only do so much to create an outcome you desire, and then you need to leave the rest up to the Creator. Fuck you, God. Sorry. That came out earlier. It was just a battle between me and God. The world was in between, the world standing in my way, and that's God's world. That's it. That's all I said. Fuck you, God. Log on to Patreon to see what God did to me today. You may be seeking justice and you will have it, but it may come unexpectedly. This card also calls you to sacrifice a belief system or thought pattern that no longer serves you. Guys, this is what I tell you all the time. It's Friday. You gotta leave some shit alone on a Friday. Remember, the battlefield is within you, and Tywaz has given you the sword and shield to aid and protect you in the fight. The heat is on. That's all I keep hearing. You're like, it really is playing? Yeah, bro, it's just playing in my head. It's like, alright, if I don't say it, it won't shut up. Like they just turn the music up louder until I acknowledge I can hear them. It's just like kids, bro. It's like, I hear you. Tywaz they're just playing music in your head, pretty much. That's the angels. It's all a song and dance. You have no idea. You're like, you creating music is trying to turn down the frequencies. Hey, shh, 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 shh. That one too. Turned down for what? That's what they said. Shut up. They're on their Friday, dude. I'm serious. They're on some good shit. It's like, okay. Taiwas in reverse speaks of a great injustice happening in your life. Who did what? The desire to fight and react with anger and disbelief is not the path of the spiritual warrior. I didn't feel... Okay. I almost cried, bro. I was like, don't cry in their face. In the essence, I was like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm sad. You don't understand, though. This is a fight between me and God. That's all I said, and walked away. I was like, oh, God. Again, log on to my Patreon. All right, be still and check your motives. Make sure that you are not focused on the outcome. You are not focused on the outcome rather than the moment. And allow the will of God to manage this injustice. Fuck off, God. All right, you know what he told me, bro? Fuck off, God. He told me what everyone wants to hear. He told me this. He told me, you're on fucking vacation, bitch. Live it up. Live it up, bitch. Live it up. That wasn't the answer I wanted to hear. I swear to you. That's pretty much what he said. You're on vacation. Live it up. I felt it yesterday. I was like, dude, I feel like, just disappearing for the weekend. I have money. My car might not make it, but I could, rent a car if I needed to. It's like, I should just go somewhere. I should just get the fuck out of here. I just need to get out of here. Shut up, God. Shut up, God. You're like, is it me? No, it's God inside of me trying to push me to do shit. Nah. It wasn't even my idea. It's put inside of me by God. Shut up, God. Anyways, going back to it. And will allow God to manage this injustice. Take responsibility for your actions. Trust that karma will always set things straight. What is it? You know what he told me? I just want you to have a good life. Just enjoy your life. Let me take care of everything. And that's where I got mad at him. You guys get mad because God won't take care of everything. I'm getting mad because he keeps trying to... He's manhandling my life. I have a lot of... If I can't submit to God... Dude, you don't understand. This all has to do with a relationship later with man. He's trying to teach me hard lessons. And what's he teaching you? That's what he said to me. He said, I don't want you to. I just want you to have a good life. Enjoy your life. Live it up. It's your vacation. I don't like that answer. He's not taking no for an answer. In the sense of, what? I don't know, you're going to have to log on to my Patreon. Alright, let's move on. Yesterday, while we were driving, me and my daughter saw the first 2 butterflies of the season. Well, I saw them. I don't know if she saw them. She was kind of dingle-ingling in the background. They were white ones. They were those pretty little plain white ones. And I know there's more than one of them in here. They were just those little white ones. The beginning, not that. They don't have no color. They're just plain old little white guys. The white pair. That's what I heard. Where you at, little guys? Somebody pay attention if we go around this twice. They kind of look like that, but they're just white. Hold on.
Why are you playing goldfish?
I'm not playing goldfish. We're playing butterfly. I'm looking for those little white butterflies we saw yesterday. Self-employment. Might have to go back to the only white butterfly I saw. Join in. Get some rest. Shut up. That's not the answer I want. It's like this, but white. Courage. Well, that's weird. Why they wouldn't have just the little white butterfly. I saw him 2 times. Alright, I'm sure that we're going to have to go with this one. Dietary change? Maybe. That's probably not. That's no fun. Come on, God. Alright, obviously it's not in there, so we'll just go for one. Dietary change. I mean, I felt the dietary change. I haven't been eating beef. Today, I had the hardest trouble, dude. Alright, when it did happen, I felt so hungry after it happened. I burned so much energy just sitting there in my emotions. I was starving, and it was 10:30, and I wanted a fucking full-on meal, but lunch wasn't available till 11. I was stuck between a club sandwich from Denny's and fucking real shrimp tacos from a Mexican fucking real restaurant. And they were both in near direction, but I couldn't make up my mind. I was struggling. I went with the cold sandwich because it's too hot outside. But anyways, that's what I did with my energy. I ate it away. I ate my energy. I ate my grandma. Just kidding. What happened? Sobriety. Oh, shit. Well, let's talk about your sobriety. It might be time to detox and clean up a little bit. Allie, you did it one weekend. Do it again. And another one. Train your body. Train your belly. Train your mind. What am I talking about? Allie went on a 72-hour fast. Maybe 90 hours. I don't know what he said. You just got to keep your mind busy. And when it tries to go to the food, you have to tell it something else to do. So, the essence of it is how many of you are ready to fast something? You have to keep your mind busy every time it goes back to that something. Now imagine how often your mind goes back to food. At least 3 times a day, plus 2 snacks. Lord forbid you get bored. So that's how many times a day did Ali have to redirect his mind? And he said, actually, he was very open about it. He said, I have an unhealthy relationship with food every 2 to 3 hours. Hey, yeah, that could be dangerous, bro. Depending on what you're putting in your mouth every 2 days. Sorry, inappropriate. I'm just playing with you. And you don't eat pork. Shut up. Pork and beans. Weenies and beanies. In the essence, think about how difficult that was for him to redirect his mind. And not just his mind, but his emotions. His stomach feels hungry. He has to tell himself, no. It's so self-discipline. And he had to, discipline his mind and his body and his emotions for 3 days. Now, in doing that, he had to keep himself, out of his self. So I just want to talk about that. Sobriety is cleaning up about anything, taking a step back from anything. Definitely. And it's traditional practices. I typically, again, I saw this post yesterday. It was all, don't be shy or you'll go hungry around this bitch. I eat 1 meal a day. In the sense of, if you don't speak up, you're not going to get fed. And that's it too. I could totally forget that it's like fucking 4 o'clock in the afternoon and nobody's eating. If nobody tells me they're fucking hungry, I'm not hungry. You're expecting me to feel like you? I don't feel like you. Tell me what you're hungry. Tell me how you're feeling. Stuff like that. I just wanted to point that out. Let's go to sobriety. Oh, I went to sentimental feelings. Oh, I guess that's pretty close. On 88. Ooh. You're becoming more aware and sensitive, according to this card. By detoxing and abstaining from chemicals, you are more in touch with your inner guidance and true feelings. That's just an old practice, denying the flesh what it wants so that the spirit can overtake the flesh. You know what I mean? That's old practices. That's why you fast. It's not because you want to be cool. It's because you're making a self-sacrifice to God. You know what I mean? This is all about an offering. So in the essence, if I was fasting, going back to what you would do as an offering, I'd make a whole meal for myself. A good one. What I wanted to make. I'd make it as good as it would be for me. And I would give that meal to someone else. That's the second part of it. You don't just stop eating. You give your food to another. During that time of, self-sacrifice, you're giving as much as you can, because you're flushing. So that's another part of it too, is I would make myself a good meal. I just wouldn't eat it. And that's it too, is that teaches you self-control too, is, to be around food but not need to get into the food. And that's, it's all about that. Why would people fast? Because they would ask God for something and they didn't have anything to give God, so they'd give their only meals. You know what I mean? And that goes back to Odin. Odin hung himself from the tree and told everyone not to save him until God came and gave him what he wanted, which was vision. You know what I mean? He sacrificed, and then in exchange, he took one of his eyes. I'll give you the eye to see, but I want an eye for an eye, is how that story is told. So that's what it is. Sobriety allows you to focus so that your healing and manifestation work head in the best direction. Getting and staying sober usually requires some support, which is normal and nothing to be ashamed about. There are free 12-step meetings in every city and even online under addiction names such as Alcohol Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. Okay, but there's all of those other, support groups for whatever else you might be addicted to. There's an ad on YouTube that's for, they're talking about porn addiction, but they say the P word. They're like, if you have a problem with the P word, And so that's just what they call it. And it's like, you know, that's a serious thing. You know what I mean? There's support groups of people that, and that's what it is. You learn the tools to redirect and heal your mind from the patterns that it's been in, the unhealthy patterns. Okay? All of these things are, you know, you're addicted to your patternings, your ways of life. So you need to find, you know what I mean, new groups, new ways of life, new things. And that's what I posted last night. It's like, I'm being reborn. I got to find a new way to live, dude. And what's God telling me? I just want you to have the best. You know what, God? Meaning I can't do whatever I thought I was going to do and whatever I wanted to do and whatever I ever did before. He will not allow me to waste my time doing something I've already done. Long story. These meetings will set you up with a sponsor, which is a layperson counselor to help you remain sober. Oh, that's funny. I'm seeing 2 movies at once. I'm seeing Anger Management. Where he's like, I'm going to be your sponsor, and he like lives with you all the time. He's made to push you, and you know, that's what they didn't realize, is he was made to push his limits, to irritate him, to make it come out. But he kept taking it, dude. Like, he let that guy sleep in his bed naked and shit. Like, he's like, this will work. Like, he just kept, if you think about the movie, right? The point of the counselor, the point of him, right? What he's supposed to do with Adam Sandler is push this fucking anger out of him. He's trying to get him to act in his anger. But nothing he's doing the whole time is working, bro. He's trying to sleep with his girlfriend. He's doing all kinds of shit. Taking over his life. Everything. Just anything to make him act in his anger. To stop being such a spineless pussy. She didn't want to marry a pussy. She's like, you know what I mean? So, in essence, she's like, he needs help. He's a total pussy. He'll never, ever stand up to you. Now, I'll get this. So he moves in with him, and he's trying to push him to stand up for himself, and that's what that whole movie is about. In the essence, you know, a layperson, a counselor, a sponsor, you know, is someone to go to in between, you know, the in-between. It's like, you know, my new homegirl's going through her regular life, but now she has someone she can call in between all of that when her mind gets the best of her. She can call somebody now that can understand and that she can speak freely. I didn't get that message last night, girl. I didn't understand what you said, and then I read it quite clearly. She's all, use your magic. She asked me to use my magic. I didn't realize that's what she said in there. She's like, use your magic or something. But she didn't say it like that. I didn't see it till this morning. I was like, oh, you're hilarious. I didn't understand the message. I'm a little slow. In the essence, but in the sense of, you know, you got to have that person that you can go to when, you know what I mean? And that's it too, is like, you know, sending her that message and everyone else is like, dude, I'm behind you, whatever. I'm not going to not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to turn my back on you because you're trying to find a way. But in essence, I feel like, truthfully, I thought about this yesterday. She's like, if she does go back to this person, she has no need for me. It's not like she's going to invite me to hang out with her boyfriend. No, I don't do third wheels very well. I'm just here to help you over that rough patch, I suppose. And if that's where it ends up, then that's it too. And that was okay too. It's like, you know what I mean? And that's where it is you can't talk to your family because they won't understand your need and desire to go back to toxicity. I get it. I'm going to encourage you to be strong and, you know what I mean, in your resolve, but what are you trying to resolve here? If you're seriously just really want your relationship back together and you're just dragging yourself through hell, trying to be a good person, but this isn't working for you, then I'm not going to keep telling you to drag yourself through hell if you're not ready to go through hell. Because realistically, when you break up, it's supposed to be freedom. It's supposed to be freedom, bro. It's supposed to be a breath of fresh air, not absolute hell. Like, yeah, it sits in for a minute like, oh, it's so sad, and they come and go, but it's not supposed to be all the way hell. You should be at least a little bit happy about the decision. Just a little bit. Just a little. I mean, shit. Wiggle it. Just kidding. Additional meaning. A loved one's addictions or sobriety. I think we talked about that. I think she drinks. I don't know. I just told her I don't. And why? Codependency issues. Yep, we talked about that with everyone. Detoxing. We talked about that. Walking away. Taking a break, bro. Just take a break at least. Nobody said you had to go cold turkey, but how about a break? You know what I mean? So you can get your fucking... Oh, that's not the right thing to say. Never mind. Recovering from a relapse, helping others gain sobriety. Well, it's just redirecting the mind. You know when you want to drink. There's specific times when you want to drink. You know you need to drink more during certain times because this is your coping mechanism. I can teach you how to cope differently. It's not going to make the urge to want to drink go away. It just means that we're not going to drink right now. You might still want to drink when we're done with this, and then you got to fight that urge again. This is your personal battle. I have my own. I have the urge to want to... Just kidding. Choke the fucking shit out. We have different urges. Sobriety. That'll probably come up in our late night reading. I can just kind of totally feel that. We're going to do one more card, and I'm going to let you go on with your day, and I will post that dark reading later when it's dark. Or whenever I do. There's no subscribers over there right now, so I have no reason to hurry up and do anything. Hurry up and buy. No. Hey, I don't know what that card is, but look. I just saw a yellow one, and I want the yellow one. That one. Why? I don't know. I saw all those cards, but then I saw the yellow one. What is this? Spring. Yes, it is totally spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Well, that's what they said. 100 days ago, we planted a seed that's barely going to bloom. Where's the guidebook to this one? Isn't that pretty? I feel it. All the colors kind of work together, right? You see them all? I feel it. All right, find the card. Your desires are within reach. Thanks. I need spring. There we go. On page 79 and 80. Your desires, blah, blah, blah. The answer to your question and prayers will occur during the springtime. We are in spring. Well, actually, May 1st is spring. Prior to that season, you will benefit from many blessings that your wishes have already attracted. And that's what we said. Stay filled with faith and give any worries to fairies because they can see behind the scenes and will ensure that your desires and blessings come their way. Additional meaning. A pregnancy, a birth, or adoption will take place. Bro. I had a vision last night again. Anyways. A project that you are starting will be successful. Work with flower essences. I told you we got flowers. I need flowers. Let's see. Plant a garden or spend time in one. Open yourself to new beginnings. Dive into a fresh start. Spring clean your home or office will be rewarding. And that's what we gotta do too. Mr. Rogers is coming through. We're gonna get rid of all of our clothes. We need to get rid of all of our clothes. It's getting hot fast. I mean, most of the warm clothes. Get rid of all of that, pass that on, and go, do all of this stuff. 80 degrees, bro. I'm not ready for this. I put on makeup today and my eyebrows are sweating. Like, really? Yeah, bro. Which means I can't wipe them. Gotta be careful. Oh, God. Yeah, it's warm. I'm in a dress and I was going to put on shorts. Actually, I was going to put on a bikini and figure this all out and go get my first bit of sun on my legs because they're very pale and white. Like it's spring, I know, but I don't want to look like a fucking winter baby and come summer. I tan quite well, actually. It's the Latina in me. I just need a little bit of that, tan. I don't want to be dark or nothing. Anyways, all right, let's look back at it. Dun, dun, dun. Harvest and rewards, you shall get what you had coming to you. We're going through a stage of purification. God is in control. You can only do so much. Fuck you, God. Sobriety. And that's where, what the fuck is that serenity prayer? The serenity prayer comes into play. It's like, give me the strength to know the things I can change and things I can't and stuff. And we're hopping into springtime. Make sure that you're diving into the flowers and stuff so you can get an essence of, the rebirth, be part of the rebirth. For all the shadows and the darkness and the tears and the, fears and stuff, we're going to do that on Patreon. I don't see me doing it right away, but it'll be over there for whoever wants to jump in. Otherwise, I'll just be giving you guys, I think, guided messages as normal. I'm not going to, I'm just taking what I do best over to another place. And it's not that. It's just like, the healing and stuff. That's what people try to manipulate. It's like, come on. Come over here. Other than that, it's the Venetian energy. So, lots of love and light and all that shit. Hey, love your life. Laters, haters.